I'm Mike Barrell. We're in Orlando at the TM Forum Management World. I'm with James Anderson, who is the Group Head Mobile Product Development for Mastercard. Thanks very much for taking the time today, James. Can you give me a little synopsis of why you're at this event and how Mastercard fits into that?
So Mastercard is here to tell our story about mobile payments. We've been working on mobile payments for 10 years, and we've had a number of breakthroughs this year, going from pilots and trials to commercial deployments. And the success model we've had has been working with telcos and other companies, but particularly with telcos, to launch these programs around the world. And so we're delighted to be here to tell the story, talk about what we've done, and talk about the future.
Okay, and what were the key, you've just come off a panel session in the main keynote morning of the show. What were the main discussion points?
So I think there are a couple of interesting themes that emerged, one of which was how do you get scale? Because the payment business, there's an established expectation of consumers that they can pay anywhere, and that the little plastic card they have is very useful. As you move to mobile, we've got to basically be able to get scale back, and what's the strategies for building scale? We obviously feel like it's working with successful established players like Mastercard, who already have scale and bring a large number of customers to bear. And we also obviously feel like we have a trusted brand that consumers are interested in knowing more about payments from a company like Mastercard. But scale was one of the big things, and then I guess the other theme was really around what do these successful partnerships look like around the world. And I think one of the points I made was that they do require motivated partners, people who are willing to roll up their sleeves, do the work, and actually invest to make this success, because you need to inject a certain amount of energy into the system to accomplish a change, like getting a whole load of people to pay in a different way. So those were a couple of the themes from the panel. I think it was a pretty lively discussion, and hopefully the audience got something out of it.
Is this an important space for Mastercard to differentiate itself?
It really is. As I said, we've been working on mobile for 10 years, and we wouldn't have been working on something for 10 years if we didn't feel like it was important to our future. And we do look through things on a consumer lens, and we look at the trends on consumers. And the headline numbers are obvious, 5 million mobile phones in the world. But I think even when you dig in deeper and you go talk to consumers, the affinity that they have for mobile devices, the way they look at their life having been changed by mobile devices is really pretty significant. And so we want to associate ourselves to something that consumers really think is valuable, and that's their mobile device at the moment. So for us, it is a key trend in the consumer environment. We've been involved in setting some of the standards to facilitate deployment of mobile payments, and we've also got some great partnerships with companies around the world that are beginning to really, set the stage for the future.
And the role for an organisation like the TM Forum in this, how do you see them fitting and helping you?
So I think TM Forum has a great voice into the operator community, clearly, and also the vendors who sell to operators. So if they understand what we're trying to accomplish and can engage in their standard setting around some of the aspects of what we're doing. I mean, if you think about facilitating the provisioning of a payment card into a phone, it has lots of similarities to just turning on a phone in the first place. We rely on some of the same fundamental technologies like SIM that the telcos rely on. So there's a lot of connection points between these two technologies, and TM Forum as an entity that facilitates commonality and standardization across the telco community could definitely play a role in helping their customers and helping the members explore this space and hopefully make decisions to invest in it.
James, thanks very much for taking the time. Very interesting perspective on the industry.
Well, thanks for the invitation. I appreciate it.
Pleasure.